Hey guys, welcome back to G's Autos. On this episode, I want to give you guys a run through on all the new suspension, steering and brake parts that are going back into Nigel, my white AE82 Corolla. So I'm getting pretty close to getting the front end back together. So let's take a look at all the components. Now I'm also going to give you guys a run through on how much all of those parts cost. So let's take a look. Alright guys, I'll just do a quick breeze over the top of the bench just to show you what components are being replaced and how they look now. If you've gone through one of my earlier videos, you would see you'd see the condition of these components when they were taken off the car. And yeah, I tell you what, they look a damn lot better than what they did. So a lot of stuff has had a paint. The control arms have been cleaned up and painted. Same with obviously the splash guards and the knuckles have been painted. That steering rack came out of an 87 twin cam version. That was pretty putrid, so it's had a really nice clean. The calipers have been painted just a silver and then got a couple of coats of clear over the top. So let's take a look at all the parts and what's been replaced. So the front suspension, I am running with Munro GT gas shockies or struts. The springs are King springs, lowered 30mm. Brand new bump stops in there, brand new spring cushions as well in there. These boots are the originals, so they just needed a really good clean up. And the strut towers, they're the original. The bearings had seized in these, but after giving them a good clean out and new grease put in there, they've freed up, but they're not perfect, so eventually they will need to be replaced. Now the cost to do all this is... Alright, now let's have a look at the knuckles. Now I'll just flip this one over. These have got brand new bearings in them. Everything's had, as I said, everything's had a fresh coat of paint just to make it look a lot better. Now the cost to do these guys, refurbish these with the new bearings is... Alright, let's move on to the steering rack. As I said, this steering rack came out of an 87 twin cam version. So I just had it sitting there, so I just had it cleaned up. Well, I cleaned it up. The rack ends are good. They haven't been replaced. However, new tie rod ends. Brand newies, let's take a look at those. Brand new tie rod ends. And power steering delete, so source the connections. They're Raceworks connections, and new braided line just on there just to finish that off. New boots. So all these components, oh actually, before I forget, new mounting bushes for the mounting brackets. So the cost for these bushes, tie rod ends, and the power steering delete, the boots is... Now, moving on to the control arms. The control arms, as I mentioned before, have had a paint. Now, new bushings were put into these. Okay, and new bushes into the mounts. Okay, and new ball joints will be going in. Alright, now the cost to do the control arms with the bushes and the ball joints is... And now moving on to the brakes. Braking is important. So, new Brembo pads for the front, obviously. I've gone with the RDA twin cam rotors. Now the twin cam versions are wider because they're vented. The 4AC versions are actually solid. So to accommodate the thicker discs, I have also used the calipers of the twin cam version. These got all brand new rubber seals. So they've also copped a coat of paint. They've come up quite good. I'm not the most perfect painter in the world. I think if you've been following my Facebook posts for Nigel's Revival, you would know that I'm not the best painter in the world. And I've also got brand new brake hoses, brake lines. So that's pretty much it, guys. Now the cost to brake pads, rotors, refurb the calipers and the brake lines cost this much, and the overall total cost for all these upgrades and new bits and pieces cost this much. There you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted you guys to get an idea of how much it costs to basically, if you're going to go through the front end and replace all these components. Look, a lot of time was spent cleaning and painting. All this stuff was putrid. I've spent a lot of time cleaning and prepping and painting all this stuff. So look, I haven't included the cost of painting and my own labour. This is just cost of parts and a little bit of labour to get some stuff done. So I've got a bit of a shout out to Tony and a shout out to Trevor. Thanks for your advice and your help, guys. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, so it's good to call upon people who've got a lot more experience than myself and for them to give me some advice when needed. Alright guys, I hope you liked this video. Stay tuned. I will have a video coming out where I've got the everything going back on. Thanks guys. See ya. I got the peanut gallery here with me this evening. Forgot what I was going to say. 1 minute in and still babbling shit.